Hey everyone, Corlin here with something a little different today. The footage is just going to be some generic gameplay, so if you want to tab to something else and listen to me in the background, go right ahead, I'm not your dad. I feel like the channel's at an interesting point that may raise a few questions, more than can be addressed without a wordy community post, so I thought it would be worth making an update video. That, and with my upload schedule, or lack thereof, I don't know when I'll release 3 videos within a few months of each other to finish qualifying for YouTube's partner program. So may as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Preferably not penguins, though. I like those guys. So, first order of business. What's this big project I mentioned at the end of my last video? As I hinted at, it's going to be a video on endings, the only part of a Danganronpa story I have yet to cover. On top of just talking about endings, though, I also see this next video as a spiritual season finale. Not the end per se, but definitely a video to wrap everything I've made so far up with a neat bow. I said I was excited to make the Penguinrampa Chapter 4 video, and I'm even more so for this one. I don't plan on saying exactly what it is for a while, but I will be more candid with updates and drop the occasional hint over time. Now, I did mention that I'm not sure how long this one will take to come out, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First off, while I've been pretty bad at predicting just how long these videos will be, see the Rampa and Friends video for the best example of that, I can safely say that this is going to be my longest one yet, and I don't see it being close either. The other reason is that I'm most likely going to be using a new editing software. For those unaware, all of my videos so far were made with Microsoft Clipchamp, and it is not built to handle these at all. I mentioned some hiccups while I was working on the Rampa and Friends Chapter 4 video. That included the program crashing to the point that I had to take a couple of existing edits I had and make a little Franken edit out of them just to get the cuts I wanted. I may also need to figure out a new way of editing certain clips like I did before, but as with many things, cross that bridge when we get there. I've already had suggestions for new software, but it may just be a case of whatever I find a rhythm with first. Rest assured, no one wants this video to be made more than I do. I fully intend to finish it, preferably this year. Now, that's all well and good, but after that, what's next for the channel? While I have received a lot of suggestions for fangans to look into, I don't know if fangan analysis videos will stay at the same pace as they have been. It's not because I don't have time, I'm just not as familiar with other fangans as I am with the ones I've covered so far. And even then, I want to make sure that I'm not just repeating old points in these videos. It's why I've been so selective with what I cover. Also, for me to make a video on a fangan I haven't seen before, I basically have to watch it twice. Once to experience it, and once to gather my notes and figure out the direction I want to take. Another reason the Rampa and Friends video took longer than usual is because, with how it was structured, I rewatched not just Chapter 4, but everything up to the end of Chapter 4, and even some parts of Chapter 5 to make sure I wasn't misremembering anything. But don't despair, I do have more ideas for videos, some of them related to fangans, and others not so much. My most likely candidate for another video series is somewhere in the middle. It's not necessarily about a fangan, but if that's what you're here for, you'll still probably get something out of it. I know it may not be great to hear that there may be more of a trickle of the content that got this channel started, but I have another idea that could fill the void. Beyond just videos, I've also thought about live streaming playthroughs of fangans, and even other visual novels and games in general if the interest is there. Now, at time of recording, I don't have a set list for what I'd want to do. Early candidates would most likely include Super Danganronpa Another 2, Danganronpa Lapse, and maybe the prologue of Project Eden's Garden if I'm feeling adventurous. I may compile a more complete list for myself in the future, but whatever the case, the first of these wouldn't be for a while. In fact, I might not even get into these until my next big video is out. And compulsive planner that I am, I'll probably keep a regular, manageable schedule, probably with breaks in between finishing one game and starting a new one since these can take a while. I like to pace myself is the point. Whatever I decide to do with streams, I'll probably make a community post explaining the details so you know where and when to find me. I haven't streamed regularly before, so I may also do a test stream or two first just to get the kinks worked out. And I think that's everything. I know this wasn't nearly as interesting as my other videos, but thank you for tuning in. If you want to follow my progress on my next project, I'll be posting updates in my community tab as they come. Until then, I hope you have a great day, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon. Take care, everyone.